Now, the saga and tales of the continent of Shaja have been meticulously collected by the great Shajan scribe Attilio Tribuzi, whose 5-volume work on the history, politics, and culture of the nations of Shaja has proven invaluable in making this short video. Now, an abridged version of his magnum opus has been linked to in the video's description, and note that in real life, the real Attilio was kind enough to give me permission to use his hilarious guide, and my video draws a great deal from his talented work. Now, the continent of Shaja is made up of 2 major countries, Great Blue, or the Imperial Federation of Azurnereich, and Big Red, or the corporal state of Krasnynorad. And let's talk about the Federation of Azurnereich first. Now, long ago, the Azurnereich was a simple collection of small independent city-states that fished and traded along the coast of the Blauch Peninsula. And with the introduction of the Blauch hexagonal sail, these city-states came to blows with each other as they each tried to exert dominance in the Sud Gulf and the West Sea. A confederation of the southern states coalesced into a complex web of feudal baronies, while the northern kingdoms allied themselves with the Roman Catholic Church. And this conglomeration gobbled up the smaller kingdoms as far as the Doubs and Woodring rivers, forming the Federation Unit of Commercial Trade, or the FUCT, in 899. Now, the zenith of the FUCT empire was during the brilliant reign of Empress Maximilia von Cleavage, who was crowned in 1077. An economic powerhouse, the FUCT built the finest ships on the Shajian continent, and with vast resources of coal, they developed advanced chemical processes to make dyes, fuels, and even medicine. Unfortunately, this golden age came to an end in 1125 when trade ships spread the bubonic plague through Blauch ports. Carried by crab lice and transported by shrews, the plague decimated the population. Trade collapsed, and with it, the FUCT was fucked. The peninsula, known simply as Blauch, shattered into over 30 petty principalities that fell into squabbling for the scraps of the once great federation. Stagnation continued for over half a millennia, until the rise of Reich Chancellor Manfred von Steppenschitz, who oversaw the call for Blauch reunification in 1810. Over the next century, this nation, known as Grosse Blauch, enjoyed an industrial renaissance. Major inventions of the period included the eclectic light bulb invented by Thomas Helve Schmidtson, the telephone developed by Alexander Graham Klang, and the infernal combustion engine, which was revolutionized by the work of Daimler-Benz. Military thought also advanced at the Blitzkrieg Academy, founded in 1840 by military philosopher and war hawk Karl von Blauschwitz. Plans for a new fleet were developed in 1875 by Admiral Gustav Wind, with ironclad steamships patrolling the waters off the Blauch coast several years later. After years of threatening, Grosse Blauch invaded Nordvalkyrie in 1902, following a brilliant plan by Field Marshal Gert von Stompen. The borders of the country were again pushed north to the Woodring River, and Nordvalkyrie was cut off from the rest of the continent by land. The Field Marshal's fearsome Stompen troopers composed what could be called the first modern army. For a number of years, Azurnereich, as Grosse Blauch was now called, enjoyed an uneasy ceasefire with its northern neighbor. However, in 1926, in what would be known as the Elderberry Incident, Valkyrie troops provoked a minor attack, and the ceasefire fell like a house of cards. Within days, Azurnereich Stompen troopers were surrounding North Valkyrie's capital, Warsaw. In Operation Vart in Your General Direction, a particularly noxious gas was unleashed on the populace of the city, and the city capitulated in a matter of days. It would take years to air out the city from this particular horror. Now, the elder Field Marshal von Stompen had won a victory, but at the cost of goodwill with the rest of the countries of Shaja. The World Court signed a pact that moved the kingdom borders back, now as far as the Doubs, and levied crippling fines, stripping the nation of nearly one-half of their coal and 200 of their best ships. Azurnereich ambassador Rudolf von Grossenmouth attempted to repair his country's reputation, but his homeland was soon seething with resentment at the court's orders. By 1930, this humiliation boiled over with the rise of Count Hans von Mayhem. Allying himself with Panzer General Gerhard Runover, von Mayhem seized control of Azurnereich in the Waffle House Push. He deposed the senile von Stompen and named himself Reich Chancellor. Now, the origins of the Krasnian kingdoms were steeped in myth. It's claimed that the first Khazar Frederick led his steppe-dwelling tribe of horsemen to the southern shore of a lake that would bear his name, where they settled down to grow wheat and raise horses. However, as this occurred nearly 1,500 years ago, and as Friedrich and his tribe were mostly illiterate, the truth of this story is largely speculation. Over the next couple of centuries, fur-trading Krasnian traders plied the Shoots and Naba rivers and picked up literacy during their travels. In 801, records record Oleg Cherepopsky establishing the capital city of Das Kapital in his small kingdom on the shores of Story Lake Frederick. For 3 centuries, the Cherepopskys set their sights on expansion. Valdemar the Great led a campaign to capture the neighboring kingdoms of Rostov and Kiev in the 1040s, growing his small kingdom into a great empire. However, in the 1100s, the Nasty Bitch dynasty overthrew the Cherepopovs and overran the southern Krasnian region, eventually taking the city of Vladivostok. It's a testimony to the Nasty Bitch's ruthlessness that they accomplished this expansion, all the while fighting off the Black Horde of Sanistratos. In 1405, Khazarina Ariel Nasty Bitch came to power and immediately began to covet the lands of her northern neighbors. The kingdoms of northern Krasnia were heavily tied to the Corman Catholic Church, and Ariel saw this as a potential means for calling a crusade against them. Disenchanted with her marriage of convenience to the hapless Igor Borimtadev, she wrote a letter to the papal court seeking a divorce. Now, when this was denied, she divorced and summarily executed Borimtadev, and took up the Nasty Bitch banner and personally led the invasion of her northern neighbors. She outlawed the Catholic Church, burned monasteries, and banished the clergy. More importantly, she took all of the Corman's land holdings, making her immensely rich. To replace the KKC, she introduced her brother Dieter Nasty Bitch to form a new church, the Krasnian Fidelity Church, or KFC. Archbishop Dieter, or Saint Dieter the Inscrutable, had a sincere interest in spreading the new faith, often doing so at the point of a sword. He traveled across the Shoots, capturing the city of Olsengrad, which Tsarina Ariel rechristened St. Dietersburg. The day of its fall was renamed St. Dieter's Day, and it remains a national holiday marked by the massive consumption of rutabagas, parsnips, and ramps. Dieter followed this with the forced conversion of Moranez and Skiskeligrad. However, the death of him as well as his sister in 1442, when a floor of their castle collapsed under their feet and they drowned in the cesspits below, put an end to the expansion of medieval Krasnynorad. However, the Nasty Bitch dynasty continued to flourish and rule over the next 500 years. Under them, the rigid feudal structure was particularly harsh to the Krasnian peasants and laborers, who were usually near starvation, while the ruling class dined on caviar and drank champagne. In 1890, in what would be known as the Wits Winter War, Tsar Clueless Nasty Bitch ordered the Red Army under Nikolai Shudemdetsky to march into neighboring Sanistratos in search of its brutal dictator. A young officer, Sergei Pushimautsky, who had been a student of philosopher Victor Vassilin, led a mutiny that spread like wildfire through the Red Army, and was eventually taken up by the peasantry. In 1901, Pushimautsky gathered the disenchanted into the monolithic party and called for reform. When Khazar Clueless failed to respond in a timely manner, the powder keg of revolution exploded, and both Shudemdetsky and the late Khazar were exiled. Pushimautsky found himself at the head of the government in 1906. Now Comrade Pushimautsky and his party of monolithists set about placing the country on a rapid path towards reform. Limited rights were extended to the peasantry to pacify their concerns, and an intensive push towards an industrialization swept the country. Unfortunately, agricultural workers left their farms to earn higher pay in the factories, which ultimately caused a number of brutal famines, as well as periods of horrendous inflation. Eventually, Pushimautsky was forced to set the prices of goods and services, leading to general public dissatisfaction. Now, Pushimautsky died in 1920, and he was preserved in a large jar of pickle brine. His wrinkled remains still on public view to this day. He was succeeded by comrade Alexander Pergamov, and Pergamov was more blunt than the intellectual Pushimautsky, and he led preparations for the Great Wars of the 1920s. However, under the wise leadership of General Karol Krakenheads, the Red Army performed miserably during these conflicts, pulling out after Krakenheads took his own life in 1926. Over the next decade, Krasnynorad turned inward, focusing on a 10-year plan to vastly expand industrial production, particularly of arms. In 1937, Pergamov succumbed to a grave case of halitosis, and he was pickled like his predecessor. A sharp and violent coup took place, with his successor, head party comrade Mikhail Mischevich, being brought to power through strong-arm tactics of Red Army General Antonov Krushim and Minister of Public Information Alexei Lyarovich. Mischevich has, over the past couple of years, met with the Azurnereich Vice-Chancellor Hans von Mayhem, and they have signed a number of non-aggression pacts and assured all of the other nations of Shazia that they are the closest of allies and they have no interest in aggression towards each other. A golden age of peace and prosperity is now to be expected. Okay, this week's game is Blitzkrieg, and it was published in 1965 by the Avalon Hill Game Company. Its designers were Larry Pinsky and Thomas N. Shaw. Now, the rules that I'm going to present today represent the 1975 basic game, as well as the optional rules that attach to that. If there's enough interest in this video, I'd be happy to follow up with one covering the tournament game and its optional rules, or even going into some of Dunnigan's additional modular rules for this game. So if you're interested in that, let me know down below. In terms of troop counters, the NATO symbols delineate which kind of a unit a counter represents, and each counter has two numbers on it, a combat factor and a movement factor. Now, the combat factor is the unit's basic fighting strength, whether it's attacking or defending. However, artillery have two combat factors, and the first is only used when the unit's attacking, and the second only when that unit's defending. And the movement factor is the basic number of hexes a unit can be moved over clear terrain in a turn. Now, the map represents the continent of Shazia, with great blue located on the west side of the map, while red occupies the eastern side. And there's also a number of minor countries located around the map, and all borders are represented by heavy black lines. There are also various different types of terrain on the map, and the effect that these have on movement and combat is listed on the Terrain Effects chart, or the TEC. Blue sets up first, and they place their turn 1 units. Those are all units above the line on the Order of Appearance chart, or the OAC, anywhere in their home country, Great Blue. And if desired, they may delay placement of units and bring them on later as reinforcements. Red then sets up their units anywhere within their home country, Big Red, in the same manner. Now, home country cities are always friendly unless occupied by or adjacent to enemy units. Other city hexes are friendly if a player begins their player turn with a unit occupying that city hex, and there are no enemy units adjacent to it. Now, cities can't be made friendly in the turn that the player moves into them. They take a short period of time to pacify, and you basically have to wait to the next turn. Cities also remain friendly as long as a player's unit occupy it, and the city is kept free of enemy zones of control at the beginning of a turn. Now, once a player leaves the city or an enemy moves into or adjacent to the city, then the city reverts to either neutral or enemy status, depending on whether it's in a neutral territory or an enemy territory. Sequence of play is pretty basic, and each game turn follows the same sequence. First, blue checks supply, and blue determines if any units are out of supply. Then blue makes any movements or reinforcements. Now, blue moves any of the units they wish, including reinforcements, up to their full movement. And remember that a specific reinforcement can be brought in at any time during the movement phase, and more on this in just a bit. Blue then has a combat phase, and they resolve all combat for units that are in zones of control, or ZOCs, of any red units. Red then follows the same procedure of bringing in reinforcements, movement, and combat. And this process repeats itself to the next turn. Now, during the first 8 turns of the game, each side can bring in reinforcements from the Order of Appearance chart. And the turns listed on the OAC are basically the earliest turn that the units noted can come into play. And remember, players do have the option of delaying the arrival of these units and bringing them in during a later turn. Now, reinforcements can be placed in any friendly home city at any time during the movement portion of a player's turn, before or after moving other units. And a maximum of 3 units can be placed in a single hex. However, since they can move in the same turn, a large number of reinforcements could be brought into a friendly city hex by bringing them in, moving them out, and then bringing more in. Now, during the movement phase, the player can move all, some, or none of their units up to their movement factor. And the effects of terrain on movement are listed on the Terrain Effects chart. Now, note that rivers, beaches, and borders do not limit movement. As I said before, units are limited to a stack of 3 units. However, they can freely move over other stacks of friendly units as long as they don't end movement on them. And players can break up or recombine units into different stacks at any time during movement or as a result of combat. Now, moving along roads and through cities costs 1/3 of the movement factor as moving through clear terrain, and units can combine road and non-movement in any way in their turn. However, when moving onto a road from another hex, the unit does expend 1 full movement factor. Also remember that at the end of movement, a unit cannot use any fractional movement factors left over to move into a non-road or non-city hex. Basically, you need a full movement point to move into these hexes. Also, armor and air assault movements move at 1/2 their movement factor per hex when they're moving through desert hexes. And when units enter a mountain or a forest hex, they have to stop for the turn. In future turns, they can only move a single hex per turn while entering further mountain or forest hexes. However, if they were in a mountain or forest hex that was adjacent to any clear hexes or roads, they could leave the mountain or forest hex and travel at their normal movement rate. Now, armor, air assault, and artillery units cannot enter forest hexes, though they can attack units that are in forest hexes. Now, units that do not begin a player turn adjacent to an enemy unit, nor during their movement turn move adjacent to an enemy unit, or an unfriendly city, gain 4 extra movement factors, which could be combined with other movement bonuses. Also, certain units in the game can be transported by air, and during every turn, up to 4 units of any type, except armor or artillery, can be flown up to 40 hexes from one friendly city to another friendly city. Now, terrain and or enemy zones of control impose no restrictions on air movement, which basically fly over these obstacles. Now, to be eligible for air transport, the units have to begin their turn in the takeoff city hex. However, they may move up to their full movement factors after they land on the target hex. Now, reinforcements can also be air transported in the turn of placement on the board, since they would be considered to have begun their turn in the city hex of placement. Now, air transported units can also be airdropped. However, they have to be within 20 hexes of their takeoff city, and the destination hex cannot be within an enemy zone of control, which is basically the 6 hexes adjacent to an enemy unit, nor can they be airdropped into a forest. Now, once an air transported unit is dropped, it can move 1 hex that turn. However, if it's dropped in the mountains, it has to stay put that turn and can't move. And as I mentioned, every unit in the game has a zone of control, which are the 6 adjacent hexes. Now, these zones of controls do extend across rivers, into deserts, mountains, and even sea hexes. And if an enemy infantry, airborne, or artillery moves into an enemy unit zone of control, it has to stop moving and battle that enemy unit. In this game, zones of control are sticky, meaning that a unit cannot leave the zone of control of an enemy unit except through combat. In other words, if a unit starts their turn in the zone of control of an enemy unit, they cannot move and they have to fight that unit that turn. Also, armor and air assault units are only required to stop moving when they first enter the zone of control of an enemy armor or air assault unit. Now, when beginning their turn in enemy zones of control, armor and air assault units may continue moving through the zone of control of that specific unit, although they may not move through hexes occupied by the enemy units themselves, and they have to stop when entering the zone of control of another enemy armor or air assault unit. Now, combat's always mandatory between an adjacent player and all adjacent enemy units. It's important to remember that the attacker must account for attacking all defending units that they're adjacent to. All battles are resolved one at a time, and in any order that the attacking player chooses. Now, when defending units are stacked in a hex, the attacker cannot divide combat against them, but must attack them as one combined defense factor. And when 2 or more units attack one defending unit, the factors of the attacking units are totaled into one combined attack factor. When one unit attacks 2 or more defending units in separate hexes, the factors of the defending units must be combined into one defense factor. And when attacking units are stacked in a hex, the attacker may divide the units in the stack to have separate attacks against defending units on separate hexes. Finally, units can attack enemy units at highly unfavorable odds in order to gain more favorable odds over other defending units, and this tactic is called soaking off. Now, soak-off odds cannot be worse than 1 to 6, and if a player cannot bring up enough units to make a lethal attack, then the attacking unit is removed from the board before combat is resolved, and the combat has no effect. Now, terrain effects on combat are listed in the terrain effects chart, and they usually only affect the combat factor of the defender. Now, in the case of artillery, this only applies to its specific defensive factor, not the attacking factor. Now, the defense factor of units defending behind rivers are always doubled if the attackers are on river hexes, including end-of-river hexes. However, even one attacking unit from a non-river hex would nullify this river defense. Now, once the attack and defense factors are tabulated, the combat odds are then calculated for each individual battle. You basically compare the total combat factor of all the attacking units to the total combat factor of all the defending units. And remember that artillery has different attack and defense factors rather than a single combat factor. This ratio is then rounded down to the simple odds shown on the basic game attrition table, or the BGAT, and when rounding, always round down the odds more favorable to the defender. You then roll a d6 and you cross-index the basic odds column of the BGAT with the roll to determine the results of that attack. Now, results include the attacker or defender being eliminated, in which case their respective units are removed from the game, or the attacker or defender being moved back 2 hexes. Now, the winner chooses which 2 hexes to move the loser into. The loser always moves 2 hexes, and they can move through mountains, forests, deserts, or cities. The unit can also move through friendly units, but they can't end movement on a friendly hex if the stacking limit were to be exceeded. Now, the unit can't move into enemy zones of control or into lake or sea hexes, and also armor, air assault, and artillery units cannot be moved into forest hexes. If the retreating unit's forced to move into any of these prohibited hexes, it's eliminated. Though remember that the winner has to move the retreating unit into a clear hex if one is available. The winning unit can also move up to 3 units into the loser's vacated hex. Finally, if the result on the CRT is an exchange, both of the players choose one of their units in a stack that they wish to eliminate and remove from play. Unlike other games, this is totally the player's choice of which units to remove. Now, the game also has a couple of optional rules to keep it interesting, and the first is sea movement. There are 5 sea zones on the map board, and they're represented by the units at sea boxes, as well as the purple bordered sea zones. And at the start of play, each player can place up to 10 units in any of these boxes. Now, starting on turn 2, these units can disembark in any friendly port or make an invasion, and they may also stay in place in the zone that they're located or move to the units at sea boxes of an adjacent zone. Units that disembark onto land, either through port or by invading a beach, can move up to 1 less than their total movement cost. In other words, it costs 1 movement point to disembark or land. And those that land in ports can use road movement that turn as normal, though they don't have to pay an additional movement point over the cost to disembark to enter the road. Also, units cannot move directly back to sea in the turn that they have landed. Now, to disembark from ports, units move to a friendly port, and then they're placed in the adjacent units at sea box. And note that this doesn't cost any additional movement points. Also, units may not disembark from a port and then move any further or land in the same turn. And finally, there's a limit of 10 units that any player can have at sea at any time. Now, any coastal city hex is a port. Also, hexes JJJ56, VV25, D31, and L19 are considered to be inland ports. Now, inland ports cannot be used if any of the river hexes between the port and its sea zone are in an enemy zone of control. There's also invasion rules for the game, and once per turn, a player can move at-sea units to a beach adjacent to those units' sea zone. Artillery, armor, and air assault units cannot invade beaches. And beaches are considered the single chain of yellow hexes. Basically, the Koufax Desert is essentially one giant beach for invasion purposes. Also remember that if these units land unopposed, they pay a 1 movement point cost, and then they can move normally. Now, also, if an opponent invades a beach, the player cannot invade the same beach in their preceding turn. In other words, if blue invades a beach, red can't then invade the same beach on their movement. And if there are enemy units adjacent to the beach, they can oppose the invasion. To make an opposed invasion, you first move the friendly units from the at-sea box to the desired beach hexes, and remember the 3 stacking limit still applies. The enemy zones of control extending into the sea don't prevent the invading units from reaching any desired assault hexes. Now then, the assaulting units that are now adjacent to the vacant beach hexes may be moved directly onto such vacant hexes, even if such movement would violate normal zone of control restrictions. Also, friendly units already on land may also move into position to attack in conjunction with the invading units. Combat's then resolved normally, and if the assaulting units have to retreat, they can retreat through enemy zones of control. This is an exception to the normal zone of control rules, or retreat through friendly units, though they can't exceed stacking limits if they end movement on friendly units. However, if there's no choice for retreat but back into the sea, then the retreating units are eliminated. Finally, the optional rules include several supply rules. Basically, this means that at the beginning of a player's turn, all units have to be able to trace a supply route to a friendly point of supply. And a supply route consists of a line of no more than 10 hexes, unblocked by enemy zones of control, that lead to the point of supply. And I ignore the neutral country rules on this, as it effectively nullifies the normal supply rules. Now, there are 3 points of supply: roads, air transport points, and port points. Now, road supply points follow roads from the supply point through cities to a city in the home country. And at no point may the road be blocked by an enemy zone of control. Now, road supply points may supply any number of friendly units. Air supply points follow the roads that lead to a friendly city that might be cut off from the force's home country. Now, these cities supply up to 4 units, not armor or artillery, and they must be within 40 hexes of a friendly city not cut off from supply. Now, a supply route can be traced from a friendly home port out to sea any distance to a friendly port or to a friendly beach hex just invaded by friendly troops in the last turn. Now, beach supply is limited to 10 unblocked hexes from the friendly beach hex for 10 units maximum, while a road or air net can extend the supply radius of a port in the normal manner. Now, a beach hex is made friendly in the same way city hexes are made friendly. Each unit which is unable to trace a supply route at the beginning of its player turn has its basic attack and movement factors halved, and in this case you convert fractions up. These units can also not use strategic movement or advance after combat during that player turn. Now, in this game, units are never eliminated for lack of combat supply, and when they're defending, they always defend at full strength. Now, in the basic game, the player wins by either eliminating all of the enemy units while having at least 14 units left, or being adjacent to all city hexes in their opponent's country for 2 consecutive player turns, or having 35 or more city hexes friendly to them at the end of the 15th turn. And as soon as one player wins, the game is over. Now, if at the end of the 15th turn any other sort of situation exists, the game's considered a stalemate. And in Blitzkrieg, a stalemate is a mutual loss, the bigger loser simply being the one who lost the most units. Hey everybody, this week's game is Blitzkrieg from 1965. And I've got the map set out here. Now, this was kind of basically an offspring of Tactics 2. They were trying to make a little more interesting game, or a little more challenging game than Tactics 2 was, and they did this by giving a little bit more of a varied continent, and instead of having the squares, they were using the hexes, as that was kind of the direction that games were going at this time, at least the war games. It's kind of an interesting game. Generally, it's got pits 2 countries against each other. Great Blue against Big Red, which are roughly analogous to World War II Germany and Russia, respectively. And the units will basically square off against each other, probably end up around Lake Penske here, having a big battle royale. So let's get started here. I've got everything set up, and I'm using the Blitzkrieg project map. I like this Vassal module in that it uses kind of the original map, which I think is kind of neat. The newer maps are fine. They look really nice, but I just like something that looks a lot like the old 1965 version of the map, warts and all. Now, the one disadvantage to this module, for some reason they didn't put a die roller in, so I'm having to use a online die roller here. Let's see if it works. There we go. Yeah, it works. Okay. And I've got everybody set up here. I basically set up in blue, I've set up my more powerful units up here so they can move around quickly and kind of try to hammer in this way and make it to the capital. My lesser units that can't move quite as fast, they're going to just inch around this, is this the Sud Sea or whatever? The South Sea of Great Blue. And a lot of times the battles end up right in here. I've set up my at-sea units here. I've got, I think, like 4 or 5 in here, or 8, I guess, and then 10 down in here. So we'll just kind of see how that goes with the different mounts. I've kind of tried to make it just a little, each side a little bit different, because they pretty much start out just the same. Let's see, anything else I can think of? Not really. So let's get started. Blue starts out, so let's zoom in a little bit here, and we'll get started now. I can, in my first turn, I can use strategic movement, so that means I can move. These now have a movement factor of 10, which is 30 hexes, so they can get quite a ways in. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh yeah, they can almost make it to the border of Big Red here. So we're going to move these armor units across, and then going to move This guy 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, he can go 8 times 3, 24. 9. Except I'm going to do this. And I'm going to move these guys in here in garrison cities. And to show that I'm garrisoning cities, I'm going to pull down a counter here with a city name. I'm not going to give it a name, but we're just going to give it a change friendliness to blue. And oh, it didn't let me do that. Ah. Okay, well, I thought that would work, but we're going to put it here and change friendliness to blue. There we go. And we'll do the same here. Change friendliness to blue. Now, I don't know if, I guess these guys don't, I guess I have to pull down one over it and basically set a new one up. So, haven't messed with that feature on this Vassal thing. I've played this Vassal 4 or 5 times, but I've never mess with the features a whole lot. So, okay, that's my strategic movement. I think I'm going to then move 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all these guys can do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And is this all 6s? No, it's this guy. That's 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. For that C movement, I think I'm going to split these guys out. Maybe try to come in from the north. See how that goes. And then I might send these guys over here. And this is, they're in the box. We're just going to say they made it to the box, but the box is a little crowded right now. Okay. I think that's all of blue's movement. So we'll go with that. And then that leaves us with red. Like I said, this is a very basic game. Now red is going to move up here. And I just counted these out. You can easily make it to this one and this one with the strategic movement. So we're going to do that. And that, and let's see, this guy was over here, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, and then 8, 2, 8, 2, 3. Okay. And then this guy's going to move in here. And that should block, that blocks off all of this south. They're going to have to go around Lake Penske on the other side. Okay. Now, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. Actually, that's a good place to be because if he attacks back, he has to attack from the river. And okay. And I think I'll go ahead and I'll garrison a troops there in that city. And we're going to change it to red. Change friendliness. There we go. Okay. And those guys are there. Move all my guys down here. At C. Okay, any other units? Go over here. I'll stay here. I don't think I'll garrison here yet. Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will garrison, so. Change friendliness for right now. That sounds like a good plan. Okay. Move my at sea units, and I'm going to move everybody this way. Now I can put these guys in the box here, and I think everybody's good. Now we can do some combat. I've got 6, 18 to let's see, 16 to 22. So we've got 1 to 2 odds. I'm going to go to my table here. And at 1 to 2 odds, I roll a 1. 1 to 2. So defender is back 2. Don't think I'll move into that that right there. And actually that was kind of a mistake because now these guys can cross the river and try to surround me. Okay. You live, you learn. Okay, everybody up here looks good. Everybody looks good down here. And we are good. So that's turn 1. Going on to turn 2. Turn 2, blue. Oh, we got, we've got some guys coming in. We can put these guys anywhere. I'll set about half of them down here. 1, 2, 3, and then these 3. I'm going to move up here. Okay, there's my reinforcements. And now we can see about moving in. I think what I'll do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to move into place here. And finally, we're going to move into place here. That's a garrison unit. I want to keep him. One, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all those guys are going to go, and then this guy's going to make a strategic movement. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. There we go. These guys are going to land on a beach here and here, and they can move 1 less, so they can move 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We'll do a little invasion up here. Going to come up here and here. I don't think it's time to move my air support here yet, so. Okay. Now, There's 3 6s here, and there's okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide this up. I'm gonna use a 6 here and a 6 here and a 6 here. So this guy's gonna go with these two, and this guy's gonna fight with these two. So we'll start here with 6. Actually, no. I'm gonna use these 3 against this guy here. So we're gonna go with 6, 10, 14, 20, 26, 32. To 6, 12, 18. So that'll give us our 2-to-1 odds. And at 2-to-1 odds, we roll a 2 and exchange. So each side gives up a unit. But we definitely want to give up this 4 for blue. That goes to the delete, I guess. And then this guy's going to give up a 6. So delete and delete, and then here we've got a 16, 22 to 4, 8, 12. 22 to 12. 1-to-1 odds. And we'll pull up our table here again. And I roll a, let's do that again. I don't know if I hit the roll or not. Ah, okay, one more time. Roll. Ah, roll. 3, okay. 1-to-1, 3. Defender back 2. And so that's going to eliminate him. Okay. And I will move into that hex. And that is the end of that movement. Now red goes. And red's going to hit the beach here. All of these guys are going to go and move 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, there's their landing party for the invasion. Oh, blue had to fight here. I forgot that blue fight. So let's fight that real quick here. It's going to be an 8, a 6, and a 6. So that's 20 to 6, 12, 18. It's 1-to-1 odds, but I'm defending it as city. Let's check our table out here for terrain and double defense. Okay, so 12, 18 is going to be 36, and this is going to be 6, 12, 20 to 36 is going to be 1-to-2 odds. And we're going to roll a 5. Okay, so 1-to-2 with a 5. Is an attacker eliminated, so these guys were knocked out. Check my little roller here. Okay, I guess you got to hit it fast to get it to go. Okay, red keeps gonna keep doing their thing here. I'm in a pretty defensible position here. Here I can move 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. I can move here, and then he'll move here, and then that can surround that guy there, but I do have to account for those two. Okay, and one, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. I sound like I'm waltzing. 3, 2, 3, 6, and then 1, 2. I go here. And then I can drop down here. I can do my air unit thing here and then drop in here. Oh, I forgot I forgot to bring in my red guys, and luckily I can do that anytime during my movement. So I will do that, and I can figure out where I want these guys to come in at, and I think I'll come in here, and then I will move up here, 1, 2, 3, and then here. Okay, I think everybody's accounted for. My C units have been moved, and I haven't made my invasion. I got my fight here going, but nothing so far there. Now, it'd be nice if I could move this far and then just crush these guys, but we'll see. Okay, let's start with here. And I think I'm going to go... Let's go with these inner guys here. I've got 8 and 6 is 14, and then 6 and 6 is 12, so 26 to 10. 26, so 2-to-1 odds. Let's pull my table up. 4. 2-to-1 with a 4. And that's a defender back 2. Perfect. So deleted him and delete him. And then here I've got 10, 14 to 22. So 1-to-2 odds. 3. 1-to-2 with a 1, 2, 3. Attacker back 2. So he's got to go back 1, 2. And, or he could go 1, 2, I guess. I like sticking him. The attacker will stick him back up there. Okay, and here I've got 18 to 1-to-1 odds. And 1-to-1 with a 4. Defender back 2. Okay, that's pretty... Actually, that's kind of rough on blue there. They'll be destroyed because they can't go anywhere, so they're deleted. And I will move in here. Now, armor and armor. This guy can actually... He can get out of that. He's not stuck to that zone of control since he's fighting another armor. Oh, he's in the zone of control of an infantry unit. So normally if he was just with him, he wouldn't be stuck. But this sticks him, so... That's not good. Okay, now down here I've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12, and 6 is 18 to 8. So 2-to-1 odds. Let's pull up our table. 2. 2-to-1 with a 2 is an exchange. So he'll lose a 4, and he'll lose a 4. And there we go. And that, I think, is all of red. Red's done everything they can, so that is turn 2. Okay. Going to turn 3. Blue's going to get some resupplied a little bit here. This should be... And we need to do what we can. 2... 3, and then this guy's going to come here and here and here. And then I'm going to move by air. Him and him. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Now I think I can go back and use my these guys, and they can go from a friendly city 20 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. And we're going to land these 3 right here. We don't want to fiddle around with these guys. So we're going to land these guys right here, and they're going to move 1 hex. And then I'm going to move these guys. Actually, they're going to move their 1 hex here. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh. Okay, and those guys are moving there. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we are going to drop another friendly city here. And garrison it. Okay, combat's here, combat's here. Try to surround these guys. Okay. And then down here, let's see what we can do with this guy. Can't really surround anybody. Okay. So it's probably best to take this guy out and then fight those two. And then blue can move. I think I've still got some units over here. No. Oh, shoot. I moved these guys around. Okay, we're just going to land them. We'll just land them here. I thought that for a second there, I thought, hey, I can go zipping around the continent, but there is a north side to it. So we're going to go here and here. And go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Okay. And that's it for blue's move. So we will move. Let's go ahead and do our battles. I'm going to, first of all, I guess we'll try to take these guys first. So I've got 1, 2, 3. We got 20 to 8. So 2 to 1 odds. With a 5. 2 to 1 with a 5 is an exchange. So he loses a 4. And I'll take a 4 off here. Okay, here I've got an 8 and a 4, a 12 to 10. So 1 to 1 odds with a 4. 1 to 1 with a 4 is going to be a defender back 2. And I'll move into this hex here. Okay. This will force these guys to, they're going to have to fight quite a bit to get out of that. So here, nothing. And then over here, I've got a 1424. Let's see, that's 14. That's 26 to 14. So 26 to 14, 1 to 1 odds with a 3 is a defender back 2. And then over here, I've got to fight these guys with a 16, 22, 6, 12, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 with a 5 is an attacker eliminated. Yeah, this has got a, just like Tactics, this one has that bloody combat results table. So, okay. And then we've got one more little battle down here. 2 more little battles. Going to start with these guys. 4 and 4 to 4, so 2 to 1 odds with a 3. Defender back 2. And I'll pop up in there. And then this guy's at a 4 to 10. So 1 to 3 odds with a 2. 1 to 3 with a 2 is an attacker back 2. 1, 2. And yeah, I'll move in there. Okay. Oh yeah, we have one little battle up here by the Kofax Desert. And this is 2 to 1 odds with a 4. Defender back 2. So the city is now under Blue's control. Okay, anybody else left? I think everybody's done their fighting, so Red gets to go now. Brings in their counters. Yeah, I always think that one side really, in this game you feel like one side, when after it's done its turn, has just really kicked some serious butt. And then, I guess first of all we need to probably two and 3. Let's get a 4. And we're going to move these guys up to the border here. These two, I think, can stay down here. That looks like a pretty good spot for them. Okay, let's start over here. I can move in here. And this poor guy is he's gonna have some trouble. Over here, got an advantage now. I could hit these guys pretty hard right now if I wanted to. I think we'll do that. I think we're gonna go here, 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 and here. We'll just see what happens. At least I can move them back, maybe break them up a little bit. Down here, we'll just come over here. And here. Here. And here. And then these guys. Oops, I gotta leave one guy back here. He was I want to keep him in the garrison. But that's okay. I think we can do this. I think I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, and 6. And then he'll pull back there. Okay, and he'll pop in here. Okay, and then up here at the 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. There's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then I can pull in here. Okay. Let's do some battles. Down here, I've got these guys here. So I've got 4, 8, and 6 is 14 to 8. So 1 to 1 odds with a 4. Defender back 2. Okay, we'll come back up here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use this 8 to 8. I'm going to use this 8 to fight these two guys. So it's 1-to-1 odds with just the 8. And I'm going to roll, and I get a 1. Defender back 2. And I'll move my 8 into this hex, and then the rest of them are going to be a 4, 8, 12, 16. So 1-to-1 odds with a 6. 1-to-1 with a 6 is an attacker eliminated. Okay, so there we go. The whole crew is gone. Oh man. Yeah, like I said, this plays a lot like tactics in that respect. Is you just pretty much are shot just by an unlucky roll. Okay, here I'm going to go with my 4. I'm going to soak off here and go to 4 to 4, 8. That's 1-to-4 odds, just with one of these 4 units. So 1-to-4. And I'm going to roll a 6 at 1-to-4 as an attacker eliminated, which doesn't surprise me. So we will delete him. And then everybody else is going to pile on these 3. So that's 14, and I've got 10, 18, 24, 34, and 8, 42. And 18 is 60 to 14, so it's going to be 4-to-1 odds with a 1. Defender eliminated, so yeah, we got rid of that stack. Okay, anybody? Okay, down here, I've got a 8, 12, 14, 20 to 4, 8, 12. 1-to-1 odds with a 1. 1-to-1 with a 1 is a defender back 2. At least it's not a defender eliminated. I'll move in here, and then we're going to attack here at 18 to 14, so 1-to-1 odds. Oops, with a 5. 1-to-1 with a 5 is attacker back 2. And he'll pull back here, and then here 1-to-1 odds. Now they're both fighting in a river, so it's actually going to be 1-to-2 odds, and we hit it with a 1. 1-to-2 with a 1 is a defender back 2. Okay, there we go. It didn't work too badly. Okay, and then that was reds here. The final red battles here are going to be, I'll soak with this guy, but I'll leave him for the end. We're going to start with these guys. 12 to 8 is 1-to-1 odds with a 2. Exchange. And then here I've got a 14 to 8, 1-to-1 odds with a 2. Exchange. Yeah, come on, quit sticking together. And then here I've got a 1-to-2 odds with a 2. Another exchange. Okay, and anybody else? Let's see, we've done everything up here. That was red. Okay, I guess that's the end of turn 3. Okay, I guess it's blue's turn here. And this is turn 4. So blue brings in these guys here. And again, I think I'll probably need them down here somewhere. So okay. First thing I need to do is probably back these guys up. And move him here. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Choices either to attack down here, which I could do, and I guess that's going to be the thing to do is attack here, see if I can take some units down, and then this is where it's going to get kind of tough. Not a lot to do here. I guess I can go here. These guys, he can't go anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I could attack here. Down here. Attack here, 3 to 1. And that's about it. I still want to keep a reserve here, at least, in case my country needs to defend it. Okay, so we're going to attack here and here. And I think if I can get, what are the odds I need? For defender back, anything with 3 to 1 will pretty much eliminate that guy. Actually, 2 to 1 would probably do the trick. So 4, 8, there's 3 to 1 here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 to 1 odds. What's 6 to 1? 6 to 1 is the only thing it would be a defender back 2, which that means it's going to be an automatic elimination. So we can go ahead and take care of him. And then here I have an 8, 16, 24 to 12. 2 to 1 odds. Let's give it a roll here. Give me a roll. There we go. 2 to 1 with a 5. And exchange. So he'll get rid of this guy. And I lost an artillery, so not good. Okay, and then over here I've got a 14 and 24 and 8 is 32 to 10. 3 to 1 odds. 3 to 1 with a 3. Defender back 2. Push him back across the river. I think I'll stay put there. Okay, down here I have 3 to 1 odds. And that's a defender elimination. Okay. Like I say, every time you're done with your turn, you feel like you've just whooped up on the other guy. Okay, here I've got 18 to 10, so 1 to 1 odds. With a 4. Defender back 2. And I'll move, I can't move in there because of that woods. Okay, and then here I've got a 1 to 1 odds. With a 3, 1 to 1 with a 3 is a defender back 2. Okay, and I will move forward here. And that, I think, is everybody... Oh, up here. I've got a 8 16 to 8, so 1-to-1 odds. With a 2, 1-to-1 with a 2 is an exchange. So they lose a unit, and we lose a unit here. Yeah, they came out okay. And let's see, anything else? Anybody at sea? I think we've done our invasions. I think about all the invasions I want to do. Could leave there and try to do something, but like I said, again, I want to try to keep some units here. I might move, well, I can't move now because I've already done my tag, so next time I might move to S25 there and kind of try to keep it going. Okay, red goes with, brings in some units. At this point, I think we'll come here. And here, and then I'll bring one more down here. I want to get rid of this threat. Okay. Okay, they've got a 6. I think I'll move a 4 in here. Here, I'll move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I haven't been playing the supply rules here either. They do make you attack at half strength. Here, and then 1 here. I think I got those 3. And then I'm going to do an airdrop, and I'm going to move my airdrop here, and then move. They get that 1 move, so they're going to move in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And actually, I could do my oh shoot, what am I trying to say? Strategic move and move here. I can, as long as I don't move into a zone of control or leave the road, which I'll do. Down here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. I'll move in here. Down here. I'm a little hard pressed. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I need to get some space down here, space here. Got those guys. I'm going to take a defensive position here, and then I'm going to move up. I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then strategically move here. Okay, go through our attacks here, and we got an 8 and a 6, 14 to 12, 1-to-1 odds. 1-to-1 with a 1. Defender back 2, so that eliminates him. And I will move into that hex. Okay, up here, nothing. Over here, 8, or no, 4, 8, 14, and 4, 18 to 14. I need 7 more. I think we're going to go against we need to really eliminate him. These two against him, he will go against him, and these two will go him. And I'll start with this attack first, this attack second, this attack third. Okay, so we're going to go 18 and 12. 18 and 12 is going to be 30 to 18, so 1-to-1 odds. Actually, let's do this. Okay, so we're going to go 8. No, wait, 4. 14. Oh, okay. Yeah, if I do, okay, so that'll be 2-to-1 if I use all of these. So 2-to-1, and we're going to roll with a 4. 2-to-1 with a 4 is a defender back 2, so that eliminates him. And then we're going to go here with a 20. 32 to 16. So 2-to-1 odds with a 3. Defender back 2. That eliminates him. And then here I've got a 16 to 14. So 1-to-1 odds with a 5. 1-to-1 with a 5 is an attacker back 2. Okay. Now this guy's in a tough position because he has to attack, and since he's out of supply, he has to attack at half strength. So that's going to be bad. Okay, down here, that one's done. That battle's done. Over here, I'm going to go with a 18 and 30 to 8. 3-to-1 odds with a 4. Defender back 2. And that's going to be a delete and a delete. And then here I've got a 6 to 12. 1-to-2 odds with a 2 is an exchange. Okay. So we did lose this guy. And we lost this guy. Red's getting a little thin here. Okay, and then over here, I've got a 22 to 8. 2-to-1 odds with a 4. Defender back 2. Well, that gives us, again, a little more breathing room. And yeah, I will move in here. Okay, red's gone everywhere. I don't think there's any more red battles left. So that ends turn 4. We go to turn 5. And no reinforcements for blue. Does red does get reinforcements this turn. Okay. So blue's going to go. And we'll move all these guys in. Here, we'll move over here. And one, We'll stay together there. Okay, not much for blue to do. Blue's losing this one, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so first of all, blue's going to move in here. We'll do this attack at 4 to 18. 1 to 4 odds. Attacker back 2. Okay, and then here we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 to, that'd be 13 to 2 odds. 6, that's going to be your 6 to 1. So that should be, unless we get, well, actually that's going to be an elimination because they can't retreat, so we can eliminate them here. And then blue here is going to have to fight at half strength, so they're going to go 6, 10, 14, so 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 4, 40. 7 to 40 is going to be, actually that's a 1, it's 7 to 40, let's see, 7 to 40. One to 5, 1 to 6 odds, 1 to 6 odds, okay. And we'll roll, and we get a 1. Attacker back 2, and that's going to eliminate him. And that's the end of blue's turn. Okay. Oh, here, blue here is going to be 8, and 10 is 18, and 8 is 26, 2, 8, 3 to 1 odds. 3 to 1 with a 6 is a defender eliminated. And yes, I'll move in here, keep this guy pinned down, and that is the end of blue's turn. Red gets to go. Now red does get some guys. Okay. And as a red player, I want to get I think I'll get some reinforcements here, and I'll get reinforcements here, and I'll get some reinforcements here. Okay. Actually, I want that 8 here. And I'll take the other reinforcement. Let's see. I think I'll use it down here. Okay. Now, I've got to figure out where everybody's going to go. First thing is I want to get these guys. So we're going to go... Six. Now, I think they can actually move faster in the desert, but that's okay. And then 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then we're going to go 3 and here and here. And then this 6 unit is going to go 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other 6 will go here. And then we're going to go up here. 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Okay. This guy can't go anywhere. One, two, three. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then 5, 2, 3. I'm going to use my strategic movement there. Okay, I'm moving here, and then 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. There we go. And everybody's moved. And then this poor guy. Okay. Do our quick battles here. I've got a 10. Oh, this guy he's out of supply. Okay, well, I forgot about supply. They don't have a friendly port. I don't think these guys can go into supply. They have to find roads that will take them all the way. Hold on. He could go here, and then he's got to be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then they go up here, 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 and then back here, here, through the Kofax Desert. This city's actually that's a blue. No, it's a neutral city, so they can come in. So yeah, they're in supply. I've been forgetting about that. So okay, let's start with this battle down here. Red's gonna fight. First of all, let's start with these guys. 4, 10, 1 to 2 odds. 1 to 2 with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attacker back 2. And then here we've got a 10 to 8. 1 to 1 odds with a 1. 1 to 1 with a 1 is a defender back 2. Okay. Over here we have to fight. This guy is out of supply because there's zones of control all around him. So he has to fight at half strength. So 18, that's 9. 9 to 8, 1 to 1 odds. With a 2, 1 to 1 with a 2 is an exchange. Okay, over here, he's got a 12 and a 24, and an 8 is a 32 to 8. 4 to 1 with a 4. 4 to 1 with a 4 is a defender back 2, which he has nowhere to go, so he's deleted. And over here, I've got a 12 to 8. So 1 to 1 odds with a 3. Defender back 2. And yeah, I'll take that city. Okay. The city rules aren't that great in this. That's the one thing I'm not impressed with, is how you do the cities. It needs a little bit better way of doing it, but that's okay. And obviously I don't have enough to win this by taking so many cities. I don't think I have enough units on either side. You tend to lose them. So basically you just have to wipe the other guy out. which I won't do. I'll get down to, once I get down to just a few units, I'll drop it. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 6, 12, and 8. 20 to 4, 5 to 1 odds. 5 to 1 with a 6 is a defender eliminated. And I will definitely move in here, and then I've got a 6, 12, 28 to 16, 1 to 1 odds. 1 to 1 with a 2 is an exchange. And I will delete him. And that ends Red's turn. I don't think there's any more red, so that was Red's turn 5. And we will come back in just a second. Okay, back with turn 6, and it's not looking good for blue. And so I think what blue's going to have to do is try to back into their country before it gets taken. So again, this is a little like World War II. Let's move our blue guys. I brought my reinforcements in here, and I'm going to get them spread out a little bit. Actually, I'm going to bring in reinforcements here and here and here, and then we're going to just 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then I can actually move, let's see, I can get an extra 4 for strategic movement. 1, 2, 3, 2, let's see, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. That's fine. Okay, this can make, he can make, you know what? I don't think I can do that because I was not on a road here. So we got to go 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. There's all the further I can go. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy can actually move because those guys are both armor. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Gonna bring this guy down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. This poor guy here's got to attack, and he's going to be just automatically eliminated. So I'll just go ahead and take him out and get him out of the way. Okay. The only attack I've got here is going to be here, and it's going to be 8 and 16, 26 to 10. So 2 to 1 odds, and we roll a die with a 1. 2 to 1 with a 1 is a defender eliminated. So. And we can delete him. No graveyard for this one either. That's the other thing about this. But, okay, I think that's it for the blue. Red's going to go. Red gets more counters. And like I said, I think Red's got this. I'll probably play this. I'm not going to play this down to the bitter end. What did I just do with Red? I think those were Red's counters. But I will probably play it till we get to Blue's. Down to Blues get nothing, so. Okay. Let's get started here. I think the key is going to be to try to cut Blue off and eliminate him that way. So we're going to go 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Okay, there's him. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Like I say, I sound like I'm waltzing here. This guy, he's at 10 to 10. Doesn't really make a difference. If I'm in the woods, let's just say terrain, forest. No, it doesn't do anything. Okay. None in this. So he's just going to have to stay put because, I mean, he's eventually doomed, but I guess we could chase a little bit. Oh, I can't go anywhere there. Yeah, okay. Like I say, he's kind of doomed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then I've got 4 more I can use because I'm going to use strategic movement. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. And this guy can move strategically. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3. 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Finally, up here, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. Okay, here, 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And I'll move here. Down here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3, 9, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3. Here, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay, everybody's moved. And any combats. Let's go with combats here. So we'll start up here at, I've got a 12 to 12. So it's going to be 1 to 2 odds. And this has got all that advanced game stuff. So yeah, like I say, if you want to see it, we'll do it. 1 to 2 out of 5 is attacker eliminated. So that's it for my parachute guys, my paratroopers. I had a paratroopers. And then we've got a 10 and 12, 22 to 4, 5 to 1 odds with a 3. Defender eliminated. And then here a 12 to 1 to 2 odds with a 3. Oops, I just got 1 to 2 with a 3 is an attacker back 2. We'll put him in the forest. Actually, he can't go there. 1, 2. Let's see, is that gonna? Yep. He's lucky because he couldn't go here, and there was these guys in the way. So, but didn't meet the stacking limits. So, okay, that is the end of turn 6. We move to turn 7. Turn 7. Nothing. Okay. And blue is going to go ahead and move here and here, and then we're going to go here and 2, 1, 3, and 4. We'll move here and is that it? I guess that's it. So we got to move there, and then our only attack's going to be here with a 18, 28 to 10, 2 to 1 odds. Defender eliminated. Okay. Okay, now the Ruskies are going to go. Big Red's going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sure that's 4. And I overstacked here, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll pull here and here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3, 2, 3, 3, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 there. Okay. Here we'll go. But actually, I'm going to go 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Whoever made this map actually did a pretty good job. They've made some pretty interesting little features you have to work around here. There's definitely design here, which I think is kind of nice. 1, 2. Compare this to something like Kriegspiel, which the map there was just a mess. 3, 4, 5. And we'll just come in here. And then down here, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. And we can go there. And I think there's no other units left. So we're just, like I said, this is just kind of king of the hill kind of going on. Okay, battles. Just the only one battle here is going to be 6, 12, and 12, 24. And there's 36, 42 to 24. Wait, let me do that again. Okay. 6, 12, 24, and 24 and 12 is 36, 44, and this is at 12, 24, 44 to 24. Yeah, that's just 1-to-1 odds. So we'll roll it with a 4, 1-to-1 with a 4. Defender back 2. Well, that's still enough to send this guy reeling. And we'll delete him, move in, and that's it. Okay, we go to, that's the end of turn 7. Turn 8 is, blue is turn 8. The Azurnereich. I'm going to go ahead and Azurnereich. Okay, there's the Azurnereich. Again, take a defensive position here. I'm going to try a there we go. Now we've set up a line. We'll see how it holds up. Okay. And that's turn 7 for blue. Turn 7 for red is going to be how am I going to do this? We're going to move here. And let's see. 6, okay, and then we're going to try to break the line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll come in here and 1, 2, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, one, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll just come right back here. I'll stay there as a kind of support. This is kind of interesting because it's actually the challenge of trying to finally break through the line. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's work our way through the line here. And I'm going to go with these two against this guy. And then we'll go against here. So we're going to have 18 and 12 is 30 to 24. So 1-to-1 odds. And we roll. 1-to-1 with a 2 is an exchange. So pulls a 4, pulls a 4. And then here we have a And I should have moved in here first, but that's okay. 20 to 8. So 2-to-1 odds. 2-to-1 with a 6 is an attacker back 2. 1, 2, okay. Here I've got a 12 to 12, 1-to-1 odds with a 5. Attacker back 2. And then here I've got a 12 to 8, 1-to-1 odds with a 1. Defender back 2, 1, 2. And I'm going to move in. Okay, here I've got 18 to 8, 2-to-1 odds. I roll a 3. Defender back 2. And actually I'm going to stay put because I could be flanked here pretty easily. In fact, I think I will be. And then here I've got a, let's go with 18 to 10. So 1-to-1 odds with a 5. Attacker back 2. 1, 2, okay. And then here I've got a 12. 12 to 8. 16, 22. 12 to, let's try that again. 8. And 8 is 16. Yeah, 22. So 1-to-2 odds. 6, 1-to-2. Attacker eliminated. Okay. And that ends turn. That was turn 8. Okay, go to turn 9. Blue has no more left. Does red have any more left? Oh, okay. Turn 8, I forgot to bring in red's counters. That's okay. We can bring them in later. So blue's going to have to fight back here. And we're just going to have to feed him in. The thing is, blue can do, and they're going to have to do, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Blue's going to fight back. At least we could try to take some guys down with us. So we're going to start with up here. These guys are going to be 12 to... So 1-to-2 odds here. With a 5. 1-to-2 with a 5 is an attacker eliminated. Oh, this is not going to go well. And then here 4 to... That's going to be 1-to-3 odds. 1-to-3 with a 6 is an attacker eliminated. Oh, and I'll move in. Yeah, I definitely will move in here. So he's eliminated. Down here we have a 4, 8, 20 to 12. So 1-to-1 odds with a 6. Attacker eliminated. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then here I've got 12 and 20, 1-to-1 odds with a 6, attacker eliminated. This was an attacker eliminated. Okay. And then here I've got 14, 24 to 4, 6-to-1 odds with a 4. Defender eliminated. Okay, so he is eliminated here. Okay. And then I think red will play, and they'll bring their turn 8 ones in. I don't think this is going to make a big difference, but yeah, he might be able to get them in line. They got a long ways to go. Oh, they can, well, I don't, if I would have kept these garrison cities, I could have flown them across, but I can't do that now that I've... Okay. Let's just see how far we can get these guys to go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. There we go. And we're gonna into a strategic movement. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. We'll move him into position here, 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 and then here, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, and then they can move 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then I can go another 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. Okay, and then 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I think this will be the last turn. I think I'll go ahead and end it here because, I mean, we're down to just a few units and all they've got to really do is mop up. So let's just do this combat and then we'll end it here. So 6, 12, 18, 26, 34, 34 to 16, 2 to 1 odds. I roll a 3. Defender back 2. And then here I've got 24 to 14. So 1 to 1 odds. I roll a 5 at 1 to 1. Attacker back 2. And then here I've got a 6, 12, 18 to 10. So 1 to 1 odds with a 4. And that's a defender back 2. 1, 2. So yeah, pretty much I think I've got these guys rounded in, and then I'm going to have to go down and mop, and I would end up probably forcing these guys back down the peninsula. So anyway, that's what I've got. Like I say, let me know. It's pretty simple. It kind of ends up, the game kind of ends up getting out of balance pretty quickly, but it's still kind of fun. I mean, I think for new players it might be kind of fun, particularly if you were back, say, in 1965. I guess this game's the same age I am, so it's almost 60 years old. Anyway, that's what I've got. If you like this game and you want to see more of it, I can do the tournament game, or even do Jim Dunnigan's modular, the modules that he came up with that you could add to it. Could probably squeeze another couple videos out on that. So, like I say, let me know down below. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the kind comments and all the patience. And we will talk to you later. Bye.